Trump, if you're going to vote for either Joe Biden or Donald Trump as a libertarian, which one is more likely to get your vote?
That's literally the whole point of all of reason is like, that's the wrong question.
No, if it's the wrong question, then why aren't we asking Joe Biden? People, libertarians, and I say this because I've never voted for a Republican. I don't intend to, and I don't feel a need to explain that. But people are like, oh, the Republicans have abandoned libertarianism. By the same token, what are Democrats doing? The last time I checked, Democrats need every vote they can get in order to win a majority or, to win the White House. And in these conversations, it's like so many libertarians seem terrified to acknowledge that they have anything in common with either the Republican Party or Donald Trump. It gets in the way of having the types of demands on our politics that we need to be having. I don't hear Joe Biden is not in favor of school choice. Joe Biden is not in favor of getting out of stupid wars. Joe Biden is not in favor of he's not in favor of defunding the police or abolishing the police or changing criminal justice, or if he has, somehow after 1,000 years in power, he's finally getting around to that. And now he's also seriously considering, maybe legalizing pot for the first time ever. He's 78 years old. This guy is a disaster. And I think what libertarians need to be doing, instead of like, Trump is, he's so awful and Biden is so awful, we have a positive agenda for change and for an America that is actually fucking worth defending and articulating and eliciting, because we are the only people who are, we don't want the Chinese killing Uyghurs, but we also don't want tariffs against things that make it harder for poor people. We want school choice. We want drug legalization. We want more immigrants rather than fewer. We want, California, the war on freelancers, which keeps changing to a point now where, they're finally going to say, okay, everybody can be a freelancer except for Uber and Lyft drivers, which is why we passed this idiotic law.
Which Joe Biden has repeatedly praised.
Loves. We need to start talking in those terms, because that is, after this election, the one thing we know for sure, at least 45% and possibly closer to 60% of Americans are going to be so pissed off with the way that Republicans and Democrats do politics. I think it would be better, that's the question to be asking, is to demand of the major tribes, they need us more than we need them, because we know we're living our lives outside of the political arena to begin with.
Just to throw in the factual basis of Catherine's statement that all libertarian voters are not automatically Trump voters. 2016 exit polls, keeping in mind that Gary Johnson won 3.3% of the vote or thereabouts, along with Joe Biden endorser Bill Weld.